it's not a matter of cross to bear. At least we know we are not Jesus Christ. It's a national responsibility for all of us. We are just privileged to be leaders. And I think our ultimate responsibility is not only towards our members who we lead in national relation issues.
Is the strike coming on the 10th? Is the strike coming on the 10th of October? Is this still happening?
In fact, nothing has changed from the Monday to consider what the president's response would be. But I can assure you that our strike is on course. We have started engaging our employers to let them know that come on the 13th, we are not coming to work.
What assurance did you give the president when he said you should give him more time at that meeting?
Right. I wouldn't want to discuss anything here about what happened, but I can assure you that we didn't give the president any assurance.
But you said to us that you have a responsibility towards us, so you need to tell us what he told you to give him more time, and you're going to consider that with your members on Monday. What exactly are you considering? What is the assurance you gave him that day?
Where is this thing coming from that the president said we should give him more time?
So tell us what happened then. Tell us what happened then.
The president has 8 ministers who speaks for them. Okay, I speak for Labour. Our determination is that we are giving government an ultimatum to adhere to our grievances. Otherwise, we use one of the legal tools we have, i.e. strike, and that is our request to the president. If he gives us his response and he decides to do all that we have said, then organized labor will sit down and reconsider. But as it stands today, there's no official response to us. We are meeting on Monday to consider what will come from the president. And the whole world will know what it is. We're not doing this for ourselves, that I can assure you.
So some assurance, I'm told, at least from some of other members that were in that meeting, mentioned that there was some commitment towards the revocation of the airline 2462, for instance. The state of emergency is also something else that you are putting on the table, asking the president to declare a state of emergency. What exactly did the president say when it comes to that? At least we know about the airline, and you're hoping to get an official communication. Were you told when exactly that official communication will come?
We expected that communication to come possibly either Monday or even the past Friday. But I can say that, yes, there were some commitments from government side to adhere to our grievances. But we are not doing this by virtue of math. We have written on paper, show to the whole world what our stance are. We expect government to put the response also on paper for the whole world to see. And so we don't want to preempt any comment. We'll wait patiently. Today to Monday, just some few hours. And that what we expect is that all that we have asked government to do for us are done. Nothing more, nothing less.
But it does appear, at least from what we've heard from people after that particular meeting and that communication, that short communication that came from the presidency, it does appear that the stance of Labour is more like shaky at this point, because now we are hearing about negotiation and talks amongst others. What exactly is happening?
Njima, all the things we are hearing are media speculations and media. Yes, I can assure you that we stand very firm on shaking. We are not divided. The Trade Union Congress of Ghana, the Forum, the Ghana Federation of Labour, we stand very strong on this. I've been following media commentary and some political commentary. I can assure you that we stand very resolute on what we want. We know exactly what we want. And some of the things I'm hearing are not even factual. We're not negotiating anywhere. We're not doing any. I mean, let's leave those things to those in the media. But as for us, organized labor, I can assure you.
But by now, we're hoping to hear the roadmap to the 10th of October, as in what exactly workers ought to do to stay, when we finally embark on that industrial action. But it appears that on Monday, you are now going to deliberate on what the president said. You insist that he did not say you should give him more time, but you're going to deliberate on that official communication among others. Then what happens?
Okay, let me also give you a little education. When you declare a strike like this, you need to have a roadmap with employers. You need to educate employees on what to do. So there are a series of things we have to do to let employees and employers know why we are doing this and when and the implications. And this is done by organized labor leadership. So there are steps we are currently taking towards a strike. And I am affirming to you that until our demands are met, nothing has changed.
Well, there are concerns also, at least, when that meeting happened. There are some key members. I know that you have three key, you have the Forum, you have the Federation of Labor, and of course, TUC, amongst others. But there are some key leaders that we know in organized labor who say they were not aware about this particular meeting. Is it standard practice that you would have such a meeting with the presidency without the entire front of labor knowing about it?
Okay, let me also use this platform to educate.
Yes.
There are 3 labor centers in this country. The Trade Union Congress, of course, the leader. We have the Forum, and then we have Ghana Federation of Labor. Now, we talk about honest labor leadership. It is the leadership of these 3 centers that meet. When we are called by any stakeholder, it behoves on any of these centers to nominate their reps for that meeting. And so, for instance, with the Trade Union Congress, we have 5 executive committee members by privilege of leadership. Any 2 or any 3 can be selected to represent a meeting at any point in time. And so, when you don't see one person in that meeting, it doesn't mean that, let's say, the Trade Union Congress wasn't represented. What happened at the presidency, I can assure you that all reps from the 3 organized labor centers were there, including myself. We're all there. So perhaps people expected some particular persons to be present. That I can understand. But we are leadership. We are about 5 or 6 in most instances. So if 2 or 3 are selected at each point in time, it doesn't mean that some people were not there. All 3 centers were ably represented at that meeting.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir.